Now let us come to the second part, children. In this we are going to study about the Earth, a unique planet. Earth is the third planet in terms of distance from the Sun. It was formed from whirling clouds of gas and dust about 4.5 million years ago. Like other terrestrial planets, it was transformed into rocky planets. The shape of the Earth is a geoid, referring typically to its form of an oblate ellipsoid that spins and orbits the Sun. The Earth's circumference is about 40 lakh 32 kilometers. Its diameter is 12,756 kilometers across the equator in the center and 12,713.8 kilometers across the poles. Its surface area is 510 million square kilometers. Though this is impressive, it is hardly vast in comparison to planets such as Jupiter and Saturn. Earth is in the shape of a spheroid which flattened poles. Its surface is taken as a mean level surface, that is, all mountain and ocean basins are leveled to the mean sea level surface. The term geoid was used to describe the Earth-like shape. It was coined by J.F. Listing, a mathematician, in 1873. Comparison between stars and planets. The stars. Stars are huge masses of burning gases. They shine by their own light and have their own heat. There are billions of stars. Planets. They are made of cold gases and some are rocky. They reflect the heat and light of their star and shine by their own light. Only 8 planets of the solar system have been recognized so far. Comparison between Earth and other planets. Earth, it is a rocky and terrestrial planet. Earth is comprised of land, air and water, and thus it supports life. There is a protective atmospheric blanket around it. Rings are absent. Climate is suitable for life. Other planets. Only the other 3 inner planets are rocky. 4 outer planets are gaseous. That is the thing what we have learned, the inner and outer planets, children. The water has been discovered on some of the other planets, but no evidence is found that they could support life. Other planets have no such gaseous shield. Rings are present in some of the outer planets. Climate is harsh, either too cold or too hot. The Earth is called a unique planet because atmosphere, the water, temperature. Atmosphere. The atmospheric shield that envelopes the Earth has life-supporting gases like oxygen. It has ozone that does not allow harmful ultraviolet rays to reach the Earth's surface. Water. There is an abundance of water in all its 3 states of liquid, solid and gas. The 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water, as well as its atmosphere has water vapor, and therefore the Earth looks blue when seen from the space. For this reason, it is also called a blue planet. Temperature. Being the third planet from the Sun, it is neither too hot nor too cold. This temperature is suitable for life. Satellites. The term satellite comes from the Latin word meaning an attendant to any object. Satellite is a celestial body that revolves around the planets like planets. Satellites also shine by reflecting the light of the Sun. They are generally smaller bodies than the planets. There are 2 types of satellites, natural and man-made. Natural satellites are also called moons, which in Greek means men. All planets except Mercury and Venus have moons. The man-made or artificial satellites or spacecrafts launched by scientists from the Earth to draw information regarding the celestial bodies. There are at present 800 active satellites in the orbits of the Earth and other planets. Some of the Indian satellites are a series of INSAT, EduSat, IRNSS, GSAT, etc. Cartosat 2C was launched on 22nd June 2016. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune have rings which were formed during the birth of the solar system. The large moons of these planets too have such rings. The rings are made up of tiny particles of gases and dust orbiting the planets. The younger rings of the planets sparkle all the time. Based on how sparkling these rings are, Saturn is called the jewel of the solar system. Moon. The Earth has only one natural satellite called the Moon. It has fascinated the people and scientists the most. Its main features are as follows. It is about 384,400 kilometers away from the Earth. It appears to be big because it is nearer to the Earth than any other celestial body. Its diameter is about 3,474 kilometers, or slightly more than 1/4 of the size of the Earth. The Moon completes one orbit of the Earth in 27 days, and it takes exactly the same time to complete one spin on its axis. As a result, only one side of the Moon is visible to us on the Earth. There are mountains, craters, valleys, lava plains, and many other landforms. These cast shadows on the Moon's surface which are visible to us on the Earth. The Earth's first spacecraft to send back pictures of the far side of the Moon was Luna 3 in October 1959. India successfully launched its moon mission called Chandrayaan-1 in October 2008. The spacecraft made a 100 kilometers orbit around the Moon. The Sun illuminates only one side of the Moon at a time, and it reflects this light. That is why it appears to shine in the sky. Depending on the positions of the Sun, the Moon and the Earth, we see different phases of the Moon. The Moon has no atmosphere, no wind, and no weather. As such, the footprints left by the American astronaut Neil Armstrong will last millions of years because the rocks do not decay and are not carried away by any medium. Phases of the Moon. Moon completes its rotation on its axis in 27 days. It takes nearly the same time to complete its revolution around the Sun. Therefore, same side faces the Earth. We see various changes in the Moon's face as different portions are lit at different times, else they remain dark. These lit and unlit portions of the Moon are called the phases of the Moon or lunar phases. These phases are named as full moon, new moon, crescent, first quarter and last quarter, depending upon how much the sunlight lights up the Moon. When the Moon is fully lit, it is called full moon or Purnima. After 15 days, the Moon is completely dark. It is called new moon or Amavasya. The term like waxing and waning are used to describe the growing and thinning phases of the Moon. Now let us come to know about the asteroids. Asteroids are debris of irregular shaped rock fragments of the solar system, located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. They form a band and orbit the Sun in an elliptical path like other planets. They take 3 to 6 years to complete one orbit around the Sun. They are sometimes attracted by the gravitational pull of the planets and become their satellites or moons. In this way, Mars has got 2 satellites, Deimos and Phobos. Like other celestial bodies, these are small and big. Larger ones are also called planetoids or minor planets and include dwarf planets. Although larger asteroids are larger than many moons, but they are not moons as they orbit the Sun. Meteoroids. These are small pieces of rocks which move around the sun and are found in the interplanetary space or the space between two planets. It should be noted that the same meteoroid can become a meteor or a meteorite as entering into the atmosphere of the Earth. Let us come to know the differences between meteoroid, meteor, meteorite. Meteoroid. It moves around the sun outside the Earth's atmosphere found in the interplanetary space. It is a flying, rocky object in space that tends to move towards the Earth's atmosphere. It is not big enough to be called an asteroid. Meteor. It is a meteoroid passing through the Earth's atmosphere. About 25 million meteoroids become meteors and hit the Earth atmosphere daily. Commonly known as shooting stars, it glows and burns due to friction with the atmosphere. Meteorite. It is a large piece of rock that passes through the Earth's atmosphere and falls on the Earth's surface. A meteor that falls on the Earth's surface creates a hollow or crater due to its impact. These rods from outer space mostly contain iron. Comets. The term comet is derived from the Latin word cometa, which means long-haired. Thus, an icy body of gases and dust with a long tail that orbits around the sun is called a comet. For some reason, the comets did not get incorporated into planets or asteroids when they were formed. The tail develops when it comes nearer to the sun, and the light is reflected on it due to the force of the solar wind. The tail may be as long as 250 million kilometers. Halley Comet is named after Sir Edmund Halley, who discovered it in the 17th century. It was last seen in 1986 and is expected to return in 2061.